Comments for the week ending July 17th from the beef farmers of Ontario. There were 358 head of fed steers and heifers sold through auction markets last week, down 129 head from the previous week. Fed steers averaged 326.13 per hundred, up 11.63 per hundredweight, and fed heifers averaged 322.52 per hundredweight, up 7.31 per hundred from the previous week's trade. Auction markets reported on Tuesday that fed steers and heifers sold at steady prices. By Thursday, fed steers and heifers sold stronger. In Ontario, dress sales were reported at $5.30 per hundredweight delivered, $10 per hundred higher than the previous week. For the week ending July 5th, Eastern fed cattle and cow exports to the U.S. were 2,285 head, 49% below last year, but 5% above the 5-year average. Year-to-date, Eastern fed cattle and cow exports are up 9% from last year. Cull cow receipts sold through auction markets last week were 1,345 head, down 126 head from the previous week. Cows averaged 198.13 per hundredweight, up 6.22 per hundred. Beef cows averaged 222.06 per hundredweight, up 13.52 per hundred from the previous week's trade. Auction markets reported that all classes of cows and bulls sold stronger. Receipts of 1,504 stock and feeder cattle sold through Ontario auction markets last week, down 1,604 head from the previous week. Auction markets reported on Friday, July 18th, that steer calves and yearlings sold fully steady, while heifers sold $10 to $15 per hundredweight higher. By Thursday, stockers sold stronger on an active market. The Quebec electronic market last week sold at $527.25 per hundredweight dressed on a picked-up basis, up $3.12 per hundred from the previous week. Last week, Alberta fed prices averaged in the mid-290s per hundredweight, around $1 a hundred softer than the previous week. Dress sales were reported from $495 to $500 per hundredweight delivered, steady to $1 per hundredweight lower. Buying interest was noted from all Western Canadian packers. By Thursday, July 17th, light trade developed with dress sales reported $95 to $500 per hundredweight delivered, fully steady with the previous week. For the week ending July 12th, Western Canadian fed processing was 40,126 head, 7.2% lower than last year. The U.S. cash cattle trade saw dress sales in the northern feeding states reported from $376 to $380 per hundredweight, steady a little stronger than the previous week. Live sales ranged from $240 to $242 per hundredweight, steady to $2 per hundred stronger. Sales in Texas and Kansas were from $230 to $231 per hundredweight live, steady to $1 a hundred stronger. The all-fresh retail beef price for the month of June was reported at $8.63 per pound, a new record high. Retail beef prices are 5% higher than last year, while retail pork prices have been flat since the beginning of the year and just slightly above a year ago. This is Jamie Kerr with the Beef Farmers of Ontario Market Information Report.